team. You're going to see the play clock dwindling down a few times today as Garoppolo throws, and it's caught by Marquise Goodwin for a first down. Down to the 9-yard line, first and goal. Garoppolo fires, broken up. Nice defensive play by Kyle Fuller. Missed him in September of 2016. A 33-yard attempt, and Bears face the Eagles. This is 3rd down and 8. Trubisky, and he goes down. Brought down by Brock Coyle. Good protection, Garoppolo over the middle, and the pass is taken away by the Bears, and Kyle Fuller. At first it looked like a catch. Instead, it's Bears football.
In his hands on the ground, and that's when Kyle Fuller took it away. He's down, but Kyle Fuller pulls it out right before Louis Murphy's hip hits the ground. So you've got to have a strong grip, and in that instance, it looks like Kyle Fuller had the stronger of the two grips.
He fires complete to Dontrell Inman for a Bears first down. Williams hobbled off the field for San Francisco on 1st and 10. It is Howard with some room. Howard at the 15 and down at the 13-yard line.
By one up here, so it's one-on-one at the bottom.
Trubisky looking that way, fires end zone, caught! Touchdown, Dontrell Inman. Working on Maben, who just came in for the injured Dante Johnson, and the Bears take the lead.
And in the team red zone period, so this is a ball that they threw over and over and over again. So practice, practice, practice equals touchdown on Sunday.
Inman's first touchdown. Garoppolo in the shotgun, looking to throw again. Over the middle, and it's caught by Selleck for another first down. Beautiful toss from Garoppolo, and he gets 22 more yards. 28-yard field goal attempt for Gould, trying to go 2 for 2 in his return to Chicago, and he does just that. He was named one of the captains today by head coach Kyle Shanahan. Another play fake. Garoppolo, and he is sacked. Lamar Houston just rejoined the Bears this week, and he gets the sack. Lee Pinion, the 3rd-year man out of Clemson. Cohen from his own 40. Going the wrong way. Now he's really going the wrong way. Trying to reverse field, and look at this. He's got some blockers now. He was going the right way. Cohen all the way. Touchdown, Chicago. A 61-yard return.
1-yard return, because this is one of the ones where the head coach is on the sideline going, oh no, no, just get down, get down. Oh, wait a minute. Oh yeah, oh, just like we drew it up on the chalkboard. Well, maybe not just like, but still 6 points. I slipped. I didn't think it was meant for me.
There's Carlos Hyde with some room, and Carlos Hyde gets all the way out to midfield. Chris Prosinski makes the stop, but not before Hyde picks up 14.
Fast pace.
Garoppolo fires, caught again by Goodwin at the 31-yard line.
That you've seen from Jimmy Garoppolo in the first half.
35-yard field goal attempt for Robbie Gould. He's now 3 for 3 on the day.
Who just doesn't put the ball on the ground.
Play fake. Garoppolo over the middle, dangerous pass, and somehow the catch was made by Louis Murphy. Comfort zone. He's very intense, likes to get the play in quickly as Garoppolo dropped the snap, but he picked it up. So they avoid danger there. It's 2nd down. 3rd and 8. Garoppolo caught by Taylor. What a grab! And another 3rd down conversion. 15 yards for Trent Taylor.
5'8", 178 pounds. Those arms stretched up to about 7'5".
This time from 34 yards away. And Gould is now 4 for 4 in his return to Chicago. Out of the shotgun. Here comes the pressure. The ball is out. Loose on the ground, and the Bears fall on it.
In trouble getting lined up here.
Garoppolo to Goodwin. Kyle Fuller immediately makes the tackle, but Goodwin gets 8. 1 on the play clock. Garoppolo just takes the snap in time, and Breida is wrapped up. Let's go back to New York. Trubisky throws it to Cohen. He slips one tackle. Cohen with some speed has the first down, and he's still going all the way out to the 35. Second down and 7. That's Cohen in motion. They fake it to him. They fake it again. It's a screen, and the 49ers are there. Eric Reed brings down Howard for a loss of 5. Third down and 1 for San Francisco. They've got the first with Hyde and Moore. Carlos Hyde out toward midfield a bit.
There are 3 tight ends in that last set. Logan Paulson, 6'5", 278 pounds. He was the point of attack.
Garoppolo over the middle, caught by Taylor. First down and more. Taylor at the 20 and dragged down at the 18. Off the clock. They hand it off. Hyde is taken down by Bullard, but the clock will continue to tick. And Gould is good with 4 seconds to go. His 5th field goal of the game. What a return to Chicago for Robbie Gould.
This better be a squibber kick right here.
It is.
They should toss it back to Tariq Cohen right here.
Cohen's got it. Time has run out. Cohen throws it across field to Jackson. There is a flag down that looked to be a forward pass. Bears keep it alive. Again, it appears that it was a forward pass, and now the ball's out of bounds, and assuming that penalty is on Chicago, that'll be the ball game.
There was an illegal forward pass on the play. That penalty is declined. The game's over.